Man, gather round. OG Savage Prison Tales here. Welcome back to the channel, guys. We all know that over here, your Uncle OG is going to give it to you real and raw and tough as steel. So you, my friends, know the deal. Henceforth, after the day, you can no longer be misled, tricked, bamboozled, beguiled, or deceived. Because you can go anywhere else on YouTube for the lies, but over here, your Uncle OG is going to give you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Because the truth, my friends, will set you free. And once you've been set free, illuminated and enlightened and educated, you can never be deceived by another man, because you're going to practice what's called self-accountability and rely on thou self. And this will be your mantra. If it's to be, it's up to me. Meaning that anything in this life that happens to you, you are accountable. No matter what the situation is. And the reason you're accountable, guys, is this, guys. It's not what happens to you, it's how you let it affect you, because you are always in control of your own emotions and your own reactions, no matter what happens. And you're going to remember this mantra: if life serves you a lemon, make lemonade. So without further ado, guys, I want to welcome you back to the channel, man. It's been a wild ride, a very interesting, fascinating ride. I got a lot to share with you guys, man. So first and foremost, guys, I'm back in the Philippines, man, with my lovely fiance, Yoni. And we just straightened out some paperwork, man. But, dude, I got to tell you guys, man, it was a long journey, man. It took me actually 3 days to get here, man. I actually left on the, I believe it was the, let me check my calendar here, guys. Okay. I left on Wednesday, the 13th of August. I left from Baltimore and I flew to San Francisco. It was a 5-hour flight. I mean, no problem, dude. Got to the airport, got on the plane and everything. Did the takeoff and landing. I didn't sleep because it was only 5 hours, man. And then, you know, I was kind of just amped up for my family. I had a family interview in Pennsylvania, man. My family came from all over New York, Philly, Chicago, Detroit, Alabama, Texas, New Jersey, Florida. It was just very interesting, dude, because family dynamics are strange, and now I understand why I left back east, man. My family, I've been to counseling, guys, for the last 30 years, working on my EAD, my explosive anger disorder. But, man, I got cousins that's still in the Latin Kings and gang banging, and, you know, you see 50-year-old gang bangers and gangsters and drug dealers and in that life pimping and everything, man. Like, you know, when you're a teenager, dude, you don't really, we all have choices, but I understand when you're like 12, 13, 14, dude, you're still a minor. You know, you were born in an impoverished situation. You're living in the barrio or the hood homes, or you're in the trailer park, Vato. You know, I understand. But once you reach the age of reckoning, let's say that's like 16, man, you understand right from wrong. You got to correct your course, man, because you headed in the trajectory of death and destruction and going straight into Hades, man, because that street life, dude, it's a dead end road, man. I was just talking to my brother Greg, man, and you know, YouTube, man, is gave me 2 strikes. They're looking to take my channel down. And here's what I've learned, guys. The heaviest cats on YouTube don't have the most views, dude, or the most subs, or the most likes, or the most watched videos. No, because YouTube has an algorithm, and the algorithm is to keep you fed into the whole prison, from school to prison pipeline, the prison industry authority, and the prison industry authority, and the prison industrial complex. If you don't know what those words mean, you should Google them, but especially from school to prison pipeline in the urban cities and the hoods and barrios and trailer parks. They got it out for you youngsters, man. So YouTube, man, shadow bans me, man. And then man, I got so many subscribers emailing me, hey, OG, YouTube be unsubscribing me from your channel because YouTube has these bots and they go through, they unsubscribe you guys, man. That's why always every video I ask you to subscribe, thumbs up, likes the channel. So then what they do, man, since the shadow banning and the unsubscribing is not working, they just struck my channel twice. And dude, they just waiting for me to make another video where they don't agree with what I'm saying. So that's why I encourage all of you guys, man, hit the first link in the description and go over to the Warriors Den. That's where I'm going to be uploading content, man. After they strike my channel, I just know it's coming, man. They got my second strike is going to be on here until September 30th. And YouTube has these bots that look at your title, then they watch your video. If you say anything they don't agree with, they strike you. That's why for the last couple of weeks, you haven't seen any videos, man, because they struck me real properly. The strike just lifted on the 16th of August. But as I was saying, dude, I got on the plane the 13th of August from Baltimore to San Francisco without any, any problems. But then here's the problem, guys. When I got to San Francisco, from what I understand, when you leave America, you can only get to Asia from a couple of places like San Francisco, LA, Dallas, Texas. This from my understanding. I don't know everything. I'm talking about my travels. This is the places, the hubs I've left from. I'm sure you can leave from New York. New York's international, but being that I was living in Vegas, I would leave from I go from Vegas to LA, then I go from LA to Asia, or I'll be coming back. I go from Asia to San Francisco, or Asia to Dallas to Baltimore. You know what I mean? But you can't do it straight from Baltimore, from my understanding. Well, that's the planes I had. But this one I wanted to share with you guys. I got on the plane in San Francisco, had to go to the airport, the international airport, not the domestic. So, man, I'm sitting on the plane, man, and the seats are small because I'm not paying the first class. I'm not paying business class, dude. I'm just trying to get there. I don't care if my knees is all scrunched up and I'm in a tight seat. I'm trying to be economical with my money, man. So anyway, sitting there, the plane, doing the warm up and all that. So it's 2 hours. I was really tired, man, from just walking from domestic to international, which is really far. So I took a little nap, man. So I woke up 2 hours later. The plane's still sitting there. So I said to the dude, man, next to me in the seats, I said, "Hey, my man, we here already in Asia?" And he goes, "No, we never took off." I go, "That's unusual because we've been sitting there 2 hours." So then all of a sudden, what's it called? The captain, the captain dude, the pilot, he gets on, he says, "Hey guys, we're having electronical difficulty with the plane. Everybody's got to exit the plane." So everybody's in a mass panic, dude. This is the first time I had to deplane, it's called. You have to deplane. So left the plane, dude, grabbed my stuff, got off. Dude, we were supposed to leave there at 9 p.m., right? Dude, we didn't leave until 9 a.m. the next day, dude. So that's one whole day, man. We there all night. Nothing's open in the airport. It was messed up, dude. Nothing to eat. Just sitting there. It's cold, dude. I didn't pack any food because when you go through customs, when you go through when you go through security, they take all your stuff, dude. So I didn't think to buy anything because I'm thinking I'm going to get on the plane and I already have paid for my meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, because it's a one-day flight, right? So anyway, dude, I got this new cancer medicine I'm taking, guys, and I'm not trying to get my channel shut down. This is my decision. But I'm taking this new alternative cancer medication, right? I think a lot of my subscribers, because you guys turned me on to some stuff, man, so I did some research, And so anyway, guys, I got some new cancer medication that reduces my testosterone. Apparently, they said I had too much testosterone, and that feeds prostate cancer. So they gave me this shot that reduces my testosterone. Now I'm taking these pills that removes it. But I went to the VA on Tuesday, the 12th of August, and I left on Wednesday the 13th. They tell me to take them in the morning. So I took them for my first time, and they made me really sick. So I'm on the plane. I'm in the airport. I'm really sick. Just so you know, they make you very fatigued and weak and hot, dude, and you just messed up because it's removing all the testosterone from your body to. I had my last checkup before I left, and 80% of the prostate cancer is gone. I just got 20% left. So they told me to take these pills to kill the last 20% because it's going to kill remove the testosterone, kill all the cancers, and then I can get back to being my savage self. So I'm taking these pills. I'm sick as hell, dude. And then they switched the gates, bro. First we was at G5, and then they changed it to G29, which is way down there. And just so you guys know, 20 years ago, when you fly in the airport, they had these trams you can get on. It's like this dude's driving. It's like a little minivan in the airport, but there's no cover to it. You can seat like 8 people or 10 people. They don't do that no more, dude. So it was like a long trek there. Got there, then they changed the gate again. Man, I was just exhausted. So then, by the time the food didn't open up till 6. We're not leaving till 9 a.m. Got me some little bit something to eat, but I'm sick to my stomach from the cancer medicine. I'm just sick, and I'm really fatigued and tired. I got hot flashes. Get on the plane, man. No problems, dude. They took off, but dude, it's like it's a straight, a 15-hour flight, dude. So got there, flew. I had to take my other cancer medicine, the pills. I never took them before. I'm sick as hell. Eat the little funky meals they give me on the plane, dude. Finally land in the Philippines. I'm sick as hell. What I'm trying to share with you guys, I was on bed rest. I've been on bed rest since I got to the Philippines. Like, I was so sick and exhausted and drained from the new cancer medication, and then the flight, and then what's it called, jet lag and fatigue. Hey guys, I've been on bed rest, so I apologize. I haven't been able to let you know that YouTube struck my channel, so that's why I wasn't able to upload for 2 weeks. They get ready to tear my channel down, so I'm asking everybody to go over to the Warriors Den, hit the first link in the description, so you can continue to see your Uncle OG, because I'm gonna give it to you. But last but not least, I did some research, man, on YouTube. The guys that got the heaviest content that ain't entertaining and funny and all, oh snap and he ha ha, get the fuck out of here. Life is 80% education and 20% entertainment, dude. That's the proper balance, not a lot of entertainment. I know you young cats like to laugh and he ha ha and shuck and jive, but hey man, when you in your teens and 20s, dude, it should be putting your head to the grindstone, getting your grind on, and so you can elevate. By the time you're in your 30s, your life is set, dude. 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, you just balling out of control. And then in your 80s, you gliding down into the next existence based on whatever you believe in. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to tell you, Uncle OG, man, I'm better, man. I finally got enough energy to get out of bed. This is my second day out of the bed. My lovely fiance was bringing me my food and water, and then, helping me to the bathroom. It was messed up, dude. But now I'm able to sit up and ambulate. So, thank you for your kind wishes, your prayers, and everything. So now, guys, I'm going to just get back, man, to what it's about here before they shut this channel down. For the 4th time, click the first link in the description. Go over to the Warriors Den. And then subscribe, hit the notification all bell, because they about to shut this channel down, dude. This is the 3rd time they didn't shut my channel down, and all I'm doing is telling you guys the truth, guys. You gotta say to yourself, why they keep attacking me, dude? If my views aren't that high, my channel, I don't have that many subs, I'm not monetized, because I'm telling you guys what's really going on in maximum security prison behind those walls, man. So anyway, man, I wanted to tell you guys all that. About the Warriors Den. They're about to shut my channel down. I got 80% of my prostate cancer gone. I'm going back to the States, man, because I have to get my second set of tests and x-rays, and my second testosterone shot. It's called hormone therapy. Testosterone removal shot in my stomach. They give it to you, and that lasts it's every 3 months. I got my first one in June, July, August, September. October. It's every 4 months. Yeah. So anyway, man, I just wanted to give you guys a precursor. So now, you know, put on your hats, man. Get your vomit bags, dude. Put on your Depends diapers, because your boy Uncle OG is about to get savage. The topic of today's video is: in maximum security prison, you must forgive these people so horny men don't put your butt in the air like a steeple and go deep up in you. So first, let me give you a reaction, guys. I want to give you guys some reactions here. So let's get this going.
There are 4 people that you need to forgive if you're really serious about changing your life and learning how to live in the present. The first people you have to forgive are your parents, living or dead. You must absolutely forgive them for every mistake they ever made in bringing you up. At the very least, you should be grateful to them for giving you life. The second.
So I want to share this with you youngsters, especially, and even you, you know, you guys in the prime of your life, you middle-aged dudes, man, and you guys, you know, your OGs, and then I call you silver sneakers, man. You're in your 60s and above, you know, you headed down, you know what I'm saying? You headed down a trajectory. Like, we don't got that much left in our life. So, you know what I'm saying? We on the last 25 years. And so sometimes you do a lot of reflection. But one thing I've learned being back east, man, and seeing how dysfunctional my whole family is, guys, let me tell you something. My whole family on both sides is dysfunctional, dude. It's just very toxic, man. It's this crab in a barrel mentality. They beat you down. They don't make you believe in yourself. And luckily for me, I left back east when I was 17, dude, because I was in and out of youth authority prison, man, and group homes, and just maximum security prison for youngsters, man. I just had a rough life because I was poor, and my dad was in prison, and my dad and my uncles were in prison. So I'm just following that cycle. My cousins is gang members, dude. You know, my uncles that's on the street is pimps and drug dealers, man, and gangsters. It's just, hey, man, it's just fucked up. I had some aunts and cousins that's prostitutes, man. I grew up in a fucked up environment, so I understand. The only difference between me and most of you youngsters is I never joined a gang. Yes, I was a gangster. I robbed people. I was a mugger and a jacker and all that kind of stuff, a stick-up kid and all that. But I never joined the gang for 2 reasons, and I was lucky. That's all I'm trying to say, and I'm sharing this with you. I was lucky because why? My father, in the pecking order of his 8 brothers and 7 sisters, he told them, hey, man, when I'm in prison, don't let my sons become gang members, because I know your boys is gang members. I'll kill you, everybody in your family, because my father didn't play that. He didn't want us to join gangs. So even when I wanted to join a gang, me and my brothers, our cousins was like, no, Holmes, you can't join. Your father's mucho loco, Holmes. El diablo, muy malo, muy malo. You can't join the gang, Holmes. He'll kill us, man. Everybody in our family, our gentes, our familia. So my cousins didn't allow me to join the gang, so I was lucky. But then number 2, I decided to be a leader, man. I was a leader. I'm not saying I was a leader of my own gang, but I was part of organized crime, where it was a bunch of us stick-up kids and jackers and robbers. We used to do grand theft auto, man, and rob jewelry stores, and I'm not proud of it. You know, rob old ladies, man, and jack dudes and mug dudes and shit, and rob, you know, liquor stores, man, and supermarkets, and we used to go in the mall and be robbing stores, and man, we were just savages, bro. You know, so because of my personality, I led other dudes, but we weren't a gang. We were just a gang of criminals. We were gangsters, just robbing people. So I understand, you know, because living in California, I see how the gang mentality is perpetuated, man, in the Black communities, the Mexican communities, the Asian communities, even the white communities. Like when I lived in California, man, I saw so many skinhead gangs, man, and what's that called, man? White power gangs, dude, and Hell's Angels gangs, man. And I saw so many Asian gangs, like Vietnamese gangs. I saw Vietnamese gangs and Chinese gangs, dude, and Korean gangs, dude, and the Black community, dude, it's just crazy. I saw so many Crips and Bloods and all the different factions, Hoover Crips and and what do you call them, man? Peru bloods and up north bloods. This was crazy, man. Then you got the Yay area, Bay Area, and then the Mexicans, dude, just out of control in California, man. They got so many gangs, bro. El Sutra, all these different gangs in the Nuestra Familia, man. All these different gangs, dude. And the youngsters, when you grow up in these environments, hey, man, you're pretty much forced to join a gang. So I understand. And, before I was on here, I was bashing you guys, but hold up, guys. It's time for me to drink my cancer medicine, man. I was bashing you guys, man, but now I got more compassion, dude, because I'm older. I'm back in Asia. I see how the prevalence of the urbanization of the globe is over here. The massive gangs over here is crazy. And what happens when you're in an impoverished area, excuse me. Wow, that felt good. Just so you guys know, I'm not a doctor or a lawyer or medical professional. I'm just sharing with you what I'm doing on my journey. So I drink alkalinized water with this stuff called spirulina. It's had a really good effect on reducing my prostate cancer. Along with, I'm not going to say the name, but this is what I've been taking this along with this, guys. I'm not going to say the name because YouTube just every little thing I do, they strike me down. I'm taking this along with my hormone therapy. I had some rich friends tell me not to take the hormone therapy, but here's the difference, guys. When you take advice from somebody, you have to look at not just if the advice is good, because the advice was good, but is it applicable to your life? And my two rich friends that's got prostate cancer, they're not taking hormone therapy. They caught theirs early. Mine was at stage 4 prostate cancer, which means it's called metastasized. What does that mean? That means there was so much cancer in my body left my prostate. It spread all through my bodies, guys. This is why I'm asking you guys, man, to please don't play with me no more in the comments, man. If you ain't got nothing positive to say, man, unsubscribe from my channel. Leave, dude. A man with nothing to lose. I ain't here to play. I'm trying to help you youngsters. I'm at the tail end of my life. I'm giving to you my experience and my example so you don't make the bad decisions I've made, number one. And number two, you can learn from the good decisions I've made. And I'm gonna cover that later. So anyway, man, my cancer was metastasized, meaning that, dude, it spread all into my backbone, like your spine. It was all in my chest, dude. It was all in my what did she say? Your chest, all in my neck, my back, and my lymph nodes, dude. Once you like that, you fucked, bro. So that's what they told me. I had 2 to 5 months to live. So then I got 3 other opinions because I was like, no, how can this happen? I'm just here to get a checkup. So then I was calling all my rich doctor friends and my rich, powerful people. That's one thing, guys. I ask you to step outside of your community and to associate with other people that are rich and powerful, because when you need them, they're there for you. Poor people, they always got their handout. But I called my rich doctor friends and they was like, nah, don't worry about it. They started telling me to take this stuff. Everybody, like 5 different doctors told me to take this. Some of my value subscribers told me to take it. You know what I mean? I appreciate you guys, man. You guys have been hitting me up on Facebook and Instagram, sending me videos and testimonials. So I started taking that and I cleaned up my diet. I went totally plant-based. Like I eat nothing but salads, a lot of broccoli, Brussels sprouts, spinach, greens, and tomatoes, dude. And I eat whole fruits. What does that mean? So you know how you normally take like a watermelon, you eat the red part. I eat the white and the green part. I take a grapefruit. I eat the pink part and the white and the yellow part, dude. Right? What else am I doing? So I cleaned that up. I started doing the alkaline water with the spirulina and all these supplements they recommend I take for fighting cancer, like sour soup. I'm taking that, and turmeric. I'm taking a bunch of stuff. Thank you, my valued subscribers. So when they diagnosed me in June, before I left here to come to Asia, they rescanned everything and they found that 80% of my cancer was gone. I got 20% left. So they just want to rescan, make sure it all left my body. The last 20% is the hardest, but I'm sharing that with you guys because now that I'm facing more mortality, hey man, it's just like when I died from COVID, I died twice. They brought me back with the resuscitator, that defibrillator. It's true. In my case, I can't speak for everybody, but when I died, hey man, my whole life flashed before my eyes in like a couple of seconds. I saw everything. And it goes in reverse order. It goes from now all the way back, man, to when you was birthed. It was a trip, man. So I woke up, I had all kind of tubes and pipes in me and a breathing machine and boop, boop. And just so you guys know, when you're on the breathing machine, it's not natural. It's hard you have to match your breathing to the machine. So I'm sharing that with you youngsters because now that I'm in this situation, I'm back in Asia. And I was in Baltimore, man. The gangs is just crazy out there, man. The savagery. You youngsters, man, are being brainwashed and bamboozled. YouTube is helping with that. TikTok, Instagram, man, Rumble, all these movies and the rap videos, man, they not like us. And all these rappers you look up to, all these movies, it's a psyop. It's MLK mind control to take you youngsters 10, 11, 12, and 13 and get you a L, man, which stands for life. And let me tell you something. I'm not making this up. When I was in Pennsylvania on the news, they had a 10, 11, and 12 years old, 3 boys on their way to school with their backpacks, walked into the bank, robbed the bank with pistols, man, and escaped. There was 10, 11, and 12 years old, 3 boys. Then I was in Baltimore. They got 10 and 11-year-old dudes, smoking dudes with pistols, man, 10, 11, 12 years old. And here's the problem I'm trying to explain to you. When you grow up in these gang environments, your OGs, these so-called OGs, man, their life is fucked off. Most of them is drug addicts, dude, and they heroin addicts, man, and they got HIV from sharing needles in prison. They got AIDS, bro, from going up in men's butts and men going up in their butts. So they realize they ain't shit. They ain't never going to be shit. They ain't Shiza Holmes, mierda. They ain't Shiza. And they look at you young dude, with your bright future. Hey, man, you like a flower. You got your whole life ahead of you. I understand if you was born into a gang-impoverished area. I understand. But what this video is about is this, guys. I think when you reach the age of reckoning, I think which is about 15, 16, you're going to start understanding the inequalities or the inequities of life. How, wow, Holmes, I'm in the barrio, I'm in a poor environment, I'm in the hood, Holmes. Hey, Vato, I'm poor, and my father's on drugs, my mother's a prostitute, Holmes, or my father's in prison, and my mom's on drugs, or my father's dead, or I don't know who my father is, bro. Hey, Wood, I understand the same thing happens to white dudes, man. Look at Eminem's story, man. But when you reach the age of reckoning, man, I think it hits most people about 14. Some people it takes a little bit longer, 15, 16. You start understanding inequities of life. You've been dealt a bad hand. Hey, man, you start to understand. You want to reach out to mentors like me. I've made most of the mistakes any of you youngsters can make. The only difference between you and I'll be honest with you, I had some money. I had some lawyers on retainer. I was in the military when I smoked some dudes, so I had the military on my side initially. But then when I got hooked on drugs and they kicked me out, I had the forethought, dude, because I was already 29 years old. I was in my late 20s. I was 29 years old. I had already been to business school. I understood how the law works in America. So I had a lawyer on retainer, a criminal lawyer, and I had a bondsman on retainer, and I had an accountant, man, to show me what to do with my money, dude. I had those advantages, whereas you guys don't. You got these OG old homosexual drug addicts, man. Their life ain't shit, ain't gonna never be shit. They ain't never gonna live outside the hood. They ain't never had a corporate job. They ain't never been to college. They ain't never traveled. So they look at you, man, with all your potential, and they're jealous. They're jealous of you. They're envious because why? They know they done fucked their life off, so they're gonna make damn sure they fuck yours off. Here's the acronym they use from the movie Juice. Hey Holmes, I ain't shit. I ain't gonna never be shit. And now I've decided you ain't gonna be shit, so I'm gonna fuck your life off too. And then it gets you involved in the gangs and drug dealing and taking drugs, man, and going to in and out of prison and practicing homie love, dude. Now you're a homosexual, drug addict, gangster. You done messed yours off, and you're only 20-something years old. So that's why I'm here to help you out, man. So the moral of the story is this, guys. My videos now moving forward, I'm gonna start giving you guys the word of the day. And the word of the day, the first word of the day comes from my title, my video, in maximum security prison. You must forgive these people so horny men don't put your butt in the air like a steeple and go deep up in your peephole, right? So here's the definition. I had to turn on this AC, guys, because man, it's hot here. Here's the definition of steeple, man. A steeple is a church tower and a spire. A spire on the top of a church tower or roof. A tall tower, church, or other building. In architecture, a steeple is a tall tower on a building topped by a spire and often incorporating a belfry and other components. Steeple are very common on Christian churches and cathedrals, and the use of the term generally connotes a religious structure. The connotation of this video, man, dudes will bend you over, man. They put your face in the pillow and your butt's in the air, dude, and you're on your knees. They got you become a pillow biter. You're biting the pillow. They got your jeans pulled down. They going deep up in you, man. And the reason they got your butt in the air bent over like that, they can get deeper penetration than if you just with your back straight, dude. They're going to have your butt up in the air. So that's why I'm telling you, man, you got to forgive these people. And this is the one I wanted to talk to you. Here's the next word of the day, is forgiveness. So I'm going to share with you guys, man, we're going to get deep and heavy over here, even for you youngsters and you middle-aged dudes, because words have power, and the words that you choose to use and the words that you use when you talk to yourself, all that affects how you create your own reality. So here's this forgiveness, man. Forgiveness is the conscious decision to let go of feelings of resentment, anger, or desire for vengeance towards someone who has wronged you, regardless of whether they deserve it. It is a process of releasing a negative emotional grip the offense had on you, ultimately freeing yourself from the emotional impact of a painful past. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting, excusing the offense, or necessarily reconciling with the person who caused the harm, dude. But it's a conscious choice, man. Forgiveness starts with an intentional decision to change your attitude and feelings toward the offender. And it's a release of negative emotions. It involves letting go of bitterness, anger, and the desire to strike back or seek retribution. This is why this is important for this video, man. You know, Brian Tracy, man, when I first got out of prison, dude, I was 40 years old. And my German friend, Curtis Thomas, man, we was in the military together. We was in prison together, but he got out. He only did 5. I did 10. He got out, man. He became a computer guru, man. And he hooked me up, man. He hooked me up with the right courses to take in college, how to get the money for the school, like the Pell Grants, dude, and to write for scholarships, dude. He also taught me about taking certifications while I was still in school. He also taught me about doing internships, dude, and volunteering just to get the hands on, even if it was free. All these catapulted me, man, up to a very elevated, a very quickly elevated and escalated IT career that's been unprecedented. First of all, because I had felonies. Second of all, I started doing IT when I'm 40 years old. Most dudes start as teenagers, right? But the thing I'm sharing with you, man, is this, man. He turned me on to a German girl who was a vice president of sales, man, and marketing for an architecture firm. And she turned me on to Brian Tracy, dude. And Brian Tracy's teachings have been life-changing for me when you apply it. You find a good teacher and a mentor. You look at the information he's giving you, and you say, how can I apply it to my life? Because there's a lie that they teach you that knowledge is power. That's not true. Here's the real deal, guys. The correct application of knowledge in your life to get to where you want to go is power. Just accumulating knowledge. You just got some theoretical stuff going on. But when you get some real knowledge that you can apply to your life, because even if I give you some knowledge, you have to look at the knowledge and say, hey, how can I apply this to my life? Because a lot of things I say to you, yeah, it's good information, but maybe you're in a different situation than me. Maybe you're in a situation where your whole family's gang members. You don't have a choice but to be a gang member. So I'm giving you some information, but you have to say, how do I apply that to my life? And you have to look at your specific situation to see how I apply this knowledge so you can get the fuck up out of that bad situation, right? So Brian Tracy says, man, the first person you have to forgive is your parents. And here's what I wanted to tell you guys going back east, man. And I love my mother. I was taking care of her, and I understand she's grieving because her husband died. I understand grief. She's overweight now. She's got diabetes and high blood pressure. Then she's got low blood count, and then she's got severe arthritis and deterioration. I got it, dude. But I'm not a punching bag, and I'm here to tell you guys: don't let anybody, man, guilt trip you into, man, into a pity party, man. You're not a punching bag for anybody. You're nobody's psychiatrist. You have to have limitations and walls, even when it comes to your mother, man. And a lot of guys from impoverished areas, we grew up in a single mom household. We put our moms on pedestals. I'm not asking you not to do that. I'm not saying this, right? All I'm saying is your mother and father, they're human, dude. They have frailties. They don't know everything. They know the best they can do, but unfortunately, what I found out, what my mom had, the education she had, it wasn't good enough, and it led me to be very emotional, very violent. I thought I got my violent temper from my dad, who was Spanish and Puerto Rican. My paternal grandfather is Spanish from Spain, Madrid, Spain, and my paternal grandmother is a Taino Indian from Puerto Rico. So I thought I got my bad temper from the Spanish and Puerto Rican being mixed together. That's not true. Yeah, my dad is violent, but he's very calculated. He's a cold-blooded killer. Like, you piss my dad off, he'll wait and plot. My dad can wait 10 years before he kill your ass, whereas my mom, she do. I was in there, man, trying to help my mom. Let's just say I cook her some pancakes, and then by the time I bring her up to her room, they cold. Hey, man, she'll smack them out of my hands, use profanity. Are you stupid? You don't know how to cook pancakes? So then let's say I help her down the stairs, and I make her like an omelet, and I bring it over straight from the stove, and it's hot. And she goes to eat it, and then she knows it burns her mouth. She goes, "It's too hot. Are you dumb motherfucker?" Like, it's just it was very toxic, abusive, emotional dude. It was just and I got to understand why me and my brothers are so emotionally triggered and violent. I have explosive anger disorder. I learned that from my mom, because my dad was mostly in prison, man, most of my young life. He was in prison with his brothers. Then by the time he came out, I went into youth authority prison. So I never really got to see my dad. I explained to my cousin, I only got to see my dad maybe like every couple months, man. When he got out of prison, I saw him for a few months, and then I went to prison, and I ain't seen him until I was a grown man, So what I'm trying to say is, Brian Tracy says you must forgive your parents, man. And I agree, because see what happens, guys. If you don't forgive people, and I've been in therapy now for 30 years, ever since maximum security prison. I've been to Gestalt therapy. I've been to regression therapy. I've been to all types of therapies, dude. I don't know all the names of them, but I've been through all of them because I'm still working on myself. I still get triggered in certain areas, but you only become great, dude, by applying the information you have when it's a stressful situation. So what I'm trying to say, I've been through all these therapies. It's an ongoing thing, because Your formative years, man, whatever you learn in your formative years becomes part of your personality, your ego, and your psyche. And it's hardwired because as you're developing, your brain is like fluid, but once you become an adult, your brain becomes solidified. So whatever characteristics you have inculcated based on your horrific environment, you scarred for life. The first part of healing up yourself is realizing that you're scarred. And the second part is seeking help. And here's the third part. You have to forgive and let go. And here's why, guys. When you forgive your parents, dude, you actually healing the little boy inside of you because, dude, once you heal your parents, you forgive your parents, you realize that they're human beings, they're frail, they don't know everything. It gives you the ability to now be the parent for the little boy that's still inside that you never had. And the reason why this is important, you have misplaced aggression. And what that's got to do with this video, dude, if you don't forgive these people, man, if you don't forgive these people, horny men will put your butt in the air like a steeple and go deep up in your butt peephole. Because when you got all this misplaced aggression, dude, you're striking out, dude, at the wrong people. You're not using rational intelligence, logical thinking. You're using emotion like a woman, dude. And in prison, when you're emotional, you get yourself in some bad situations. Prison is the perfect place to learn stoicism. I'm not saying you have to go there to learn stoicism. What I'm saying is, once you end up in maximum security prison, you must forgive these people so horny men don't put your butt in the air like a steeple. You must learn to control yourself and get stoic. And how do you do that? You forgive your parents, like, hey, mom, dad, I forgive you for, all the bad stuff you ever taught me. You didn't know any better. I'm not saying you have to accept their abuse like I didn't accept my mom's abuse, but you have to forgive them. Let's go on to the next one, guys.
Persons you must forgive are the people from your marriages or relationships that didn't work out. Say these words: I forgive him or her for everything, and I wish him or her well. Now the third person.
So this is why this is important, guys. Like, a lot of times you youngsters, man, you growing up in the hood or the foryou or the trailer park or the inner city, and you see the drug dealers and the dope dealers and the gangsters and even the pimps. They got what you guys call these baddies or hotties, And as a youngster, you're full of testosterone. Your pee-pee gets hard when the wind blows and everything. All you're thinking about is busting nuts because that's your natural imperative to procreate and to plant your seed. And this goes into this video as well. The powers that be, let's just say the Illuminati, dude, or the 1%ers, dude, or the Illuminated, or the people that run this thing, dude, the people behind the scenes, whether you call them the lizard people or whatever you believe. I read so much stuff. All I know is, for one thing for sure, there's powers behind the scenes. How do I know? I was part of the Hollywood lifestyle, going to these Hollywood parties because, the German dude told me, hey, man, the way you make it big in Hollywood, this is what's true, guys. And I'm not defending the people that have been to the Diddy parties. I'm not defending that. I'm just telling you, in Hollywood, it's about networking and being social. So when you want to climb up the ladder, you're a new actor or actress, you have to go to these parties and you have to have a pleasing personality and you have to rub elbows with the right people. So the right people see your face, they see your name, they see your personality. Oh, I like that dude, because in Hollywood, it's not what you know or what school you've been to, it's who you know. You cannot have any acting lessons at all and not been to the Juilliard School of Acting or not Juilliard School of Acting, none of these Harvard Schools of Acting or English Schools of Acting, nothing. And you can just, man, run into the right people that like your personality and like the way you flow, and they can put you in some big blockbuster movies. Next thing you know, you're rich. Or you can go to all the top acting schools in the world, but if your personality is not pleasing, you're not going to the right parties and the hobnobbing, nobody knows who you are. And LA and Vegas is all about who you know, not what you know. So I was going to these parties because my German friend was telling me, yeah, you got to go to these parties so the producers and directors get to know you. But the drug use and the debauchery and the pedophilia, I saw these little young kids in the party. You look at a little young kid, hey, man, 7, 8 years old. You're like, hey, man, what's the little kid doing in the party, man? Oh, they part of the sacrificial ceremony. What the fuck you talking about? So they kind of tell you this to see your reaction, man. But then if you go down the hall to the room in the back and you see what they're doing to them little kids, bro. If you have any sanity or morality about you, dude, you're going to know that ain't for you, man. And then let's say you leave from that situation, you go down to the other hall and you see dudes getting their cheeks ran up in just to get a rap contract or a movie contract, man. And I'm not going to be throwing names out, but I'm gonna tell you what, all your big time actors you look up to, whether they black, white, Mexican, Asian, bro, they didn't all had their cheeks ran up in, or they didn't had their cheeks ran up in, or they running up in somebody's cheeks. Just go watch Corey Holcomb show, bro. He tell you the truth. Go listen to Cat Williams, bro. I've seen it firsthand because they offer it to you, man. Hey, can you go up in my cheeks, big man? Nah, bro, I ain't with that. So I'm just saying, man, when I was going to these Hollywood parties, man, the debauchery I saw, I was just like, nah, I can't roll with that. And so that how that applies to this video, dude, is like you youngsters see these baddies and these hotties and these IG models, and they all chasing the bag, dude. And just because, dude, let me tell you something. You got to like those who like you. Let me say this again. I'm going to be like Dr. Umar Johnson. I'm going to repeat myself. You have to like those who like you. And when you see the people that like you, if they're not 8s and 9s and 10s, and you have to recognize your own sexual market value and understand that you're not yet there. I'm not saying you can't get there, but what I'm saying is it takes time, young homie. It takes time, young Vato. It takes time, young Wood. Hey, brother, it takes time. They tell you it takes 10 years to mastery. So let's say you listen to my video. Some of you cats is like 12, 13, 14. Let's say you listen to me, you follow Uncle OG's advice. It takes 10 years to mastery. Put your head down. Figure out what is your what. Why is your why. What gives you the passion to live outside of crime. And chase those dreams and goals and surround yourself with mentors who will help you to elevate yourself and get out the hood. So whether you're 12, 13, or 14, or 15, 10 years from now, you're 22, 23, 24, 25. Now, you done paid your dues. Because let me tell you something, man. TikTok is a lie. Instagram's a lie. There's no such thing as overnight success. It's a lie. So here's what I want to say, man. You're chasing these baddies and these hotties and these IG models. Dude, they all about the bag. They ain't liking you. They chasing all these athletes and big-time entertainers and producers and directors. They demonically possessed incubus and succubus. They done sold their soul. They done rendered their pussy out to the highest bidder. They don't care about you. You're not a baller. You're not over 7'5" motherfucker, man. They just using you, man. And so they will put you in bad situations where you end up offing a dude, man, or killing a dude or maiming a dude and protecting their honor. And they just a 304 street slutty hoe. Now you done fucked yours off, or they done put you in a bad situation, man, where you done messed off your credit, trying to live up to some kind of a fictitious person that you're not. So when you end up in maximum security prison, you can't be like these dudes that get the Dear John letter. You get all emotional, dude. You got misplaced aggression. You're angry. You're frustrated. No, practice stoicism. Go like this. Practice the serenity prayer. God, grant me the power to accept the things that I cannot change and the wisdom, dude, to know the difference, man. And allow me to take charge of my life, because in this life, the only thing you can control is yourself. And good luck doing that, because self-control is a motherfucker. Self-discipline is a motherfucker. But those are the only two things that will get you to self-reliance. So check this out, guys. When you're in maximum security prison, the second person you must forgive is your significant other, whether you had a girlfriend, a wife, or a friends with benefit, a fuck buddy, whatever. You got to forgive them and wish them the best and disassociate with them, because you got to let that hate and anger go so you don't put yourself in a misplaced aggression toward the wrong motherfucker. The booty bandits see you all emotional, dude, and they manipulate your emotions. Next thing you know, your butt's in the air like a steeple, and they're going way deep up in your butthole, people. So here's the next one, guys.
You must forgive is everyone else in your life who has ever hurt you in any way. Clean the slate and forgive and forget. The fourth.
So this is very important for you vatos and you homeboys, man. And you was, dude. You in these gang families, the familia, dude. You're part of these gang groups. And I've seen this a lot. Let me tell you something, youngsters. I've seen this a lot in maximum secure prison. I've seen a lot of youngsters come in, and that's just what I've personally seen. Youngsters 13, 14, 15, and 16 coming in with life, double life, triple life. Because in Cali, they was doing a lot of drive-by shootings, man. This is how you initiate yourself to get into a gang. Your homeboys that lied to you, they done tricked you. And you don't realize it until you get in the maximum security prison and you see you've been bamboozled and lied to, bro. And you've been scallywagged, you've been tricked. Now you got life in prison like the rest of these motherfuckers. Now you realize your homie is a homosexual, and he going deep up in you because you the youngster. You don't have that much rank in the hierarchy. You're the lowest on the totem pole, so everybody's going up in you. Then you come to the realization, wow, these motherfuckers used and abused me, man. They fucked mine off. Once you come to that realization, because you done fucked yours off, you got to forgive them. Because why? Through forgiveness, dude, you let the garbage go, like Brian Tracy says, and you move on to understanding if it's to be, it's up to me. You can correct your behavior. Now, hopefully some of you guys don't have a, life without the possibility of parole. Maybe you just got like 15 to life, 20 to life, you know what I mean? But you don't have natural life. So you don't want life without the possibility or natural life or double life. Hopefully you just got some football numbers like 52 years, like they gave me 26 years. Maybe you get 52 years or 76 years because you're going to do halftime if you're lucky. And you can get some get back. You just turn your life around. I don't care if you go to the shoe and you stay there all the time, but you get away from, you just associate, you forgive them. I'm not saying you forget, but you forgive them for fucking yours off because you was ignorant. And now you educate yourself. You just hit the books. You hit the law library. You start writing these different colleges and you ask them for free college work because you're trying to change your life. You can just tell them your story. It might take you writing. I had to write like 50 or 60 colleges telling my story, how I'm sorry for what I did. I want to change my life. And I see that through education, there's light at the end of the tunnel. And I had some colleges, the only colleges wrote me back were the ones that had theology degrees. So I got my theology degree while I was in maximum security prison. And I studied Catholicism. I studied Christianity. There's different branches of Christianity. I studied Mormonism. I've studied Confucianism, Hinduism, Buddhism. I've studied Satanism, Luciferianism. I've studied Islam, dude. I've studied so many different religions to come to the understanding that in this life, you must treat others the way that you want to be treated. Don't do unto others as they do unto you. Treat others the way you want to be treated, and your blessings will be plentiful because you put out what you put out comes back to you, man. And with that being said, I wanted to share some things with you, man. Like, I don't have time to address all of you guys' comments and stuff, man. So what I decided to do while I'm on here, man, I'm just going to address the comments as they come up because this is the way I let you guys know I appreciate you and I can give you feedback that everybody can grow from. Because me trying to address your comments, I'm sick. I'm in Asia. I got to go to the Department of Immigration. I got stuff going on. I got to get back to get my final cancer treatments, man. I just got a lot of things going on, dude. But I appreciate you guys. So this guy says, Astra 6868 on my one video, man. He when gang members convince you to penetrate your cheeks, he put a smiley face. So I gave him a thumbs up, man. I said, hey, I said thanks, man, for the, thanks for the. I told him thanks for the comment, right? So then I just hit it like that. And but I'm gonna go over here to my Savage Prison Tales channel. And because this is the one that YouTube's gonna be shutting down, so I want to share with you guys, man. On this one video where my OG ex-convict calls out all DL on the download prison gangsters, At John Henderson 7904, it gives me like 10 100s. He says, thanks, OG. So I appreciate that, man. And so I tell him, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate you, coming over to the channel, because I do appreciate you guys, man. So then on the next comment, man, is this dude named Ed Astra 686. He says, were you ever ordered or directed by a court to undertake anger management or behavior correction course before or after being in prison? So this is what happened, guys. I wasn't directed to anger management, dude, until after prison. Because it was after prison, dude, that while I was in prison, you get a record or a jacket, and they saw that I was on some straight nefarious, crazy shit. And I had to do this, guys, because when I went to maximum security prison, I was a lone wolf, and I had shot a lot of dudes, tortured a lot of dudes, maimed a lot of dudes, bodily disfigurement, man, and I unalived a couple of people unaccidentally. That's why I got what's called an involuntary manslaughter. That's why I didn't get a life charge. But they got cousins and brothers and homeboys and gang members in there. They was after me. So my first 5 years in prison, I was just breaking dudes off in the most heinous way. So that this is what happens, man. The shot caller tells you, hey, break that fool off. But if I poke your eye out, man, and I bite your lips off, bro, and I fucking stick my fucking shank in there and give you a tracheotomy, and I break your fucking elbow where it pops out the other side, or I kick your knee out sideways, or I slam you on your head, man, and make you get a big ass knot on your cranium. The next dude they tell to come see me, man, he gonna just PC up because he's like, fuck that shit. So I did some heinous shit. So the authorities, they got social workers in prison too. They told me, hey man, you need some anger management. You angry as hell, because I was on some straight demonic shit. My first couple of years in prison, I was still on crack cocaine. I was coming down because I smoked an ounce a day. I still had demons talking to me. And it wasn't until I did my theology degree that I got exorcised. But anyway, man, it was I was court ordered with gang management when I got out as part of my parole conditions, and also I chose on my own to get counseling, not just for anger, but repressed feelings and learning how to communicate properly and learning how to be in charge of my emotions so that I can be a better person to my kids and my family. So I put it here. I was ordered, but also went on my own, but also chose to do counseling on my own, How do you spell counseling? Because let me tell you something, guys, counseling is really good, man. I'm gonna tell you something, man. You should just try it out. If you have any type of insurance in your current job, get some counseling, or if you got these free clinics. So then at PNW Bootman, he says, Harsh Times is the name of the movie with Christian Bale. So I appreciate that, man. Harsh Times, I'm gonna tell you something, guys. If you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend it. I only recommend videos that they touch me in a way that makes me want to be a better human being. So I recommend that to you. The Oakphilus Alexander 9921 says, great video, OG. Appreciate the knowledge and the candor. Hey, thank you for your positive comment, man, because thank you. Thanks for your positive comment. Because, man, when you have when you have stage 4 cancer, man, you don't have time for negativity, dude. You know what I mean? So I ask you guys, man, to just, be cognizant in the comments, because if you're not, I'm fucking blocking you, man. I ain't trying to play with you. I ain't getting my blood pressure worked up. At Tony UJ5MC says, victory and glory. And I say, yeah, that's what it's about over at this channel, man. That's what it's about, man. It's victory and glory, man. Your victory and glory. I'm trying to get you guys to be the best version of yourself, how you define it, not how I define it or how society defines it. You know what I'm saying? And then at Anton Pinder 5874 says, OG, I took your advice years ago and went back to school for engineering and settled on computer science to be a programmer. I'm doing COBOL. Now, how did you get to being a vice president? So I'm gonna tell him like this, man. Hey, man, I'm so happy you took my advice, man. Took my advice. And I would recommend you, all you youngsters, man, take my advice. Why? I'm not telling you nothing bad, but here's the thing, man. How I became a vice president, dude. Like I said, man, I went to a lot of conferences, seminars. I took management courses because, let me say how I became a vice president. I just put it was not easy. So basically, what it is, guys, I took a lot of, I went to a lot of conferences and seminars for my, for your specific career, and then I took a lot of supervisory course, management courses, interpersonal courses, sales courses, bro. And then I just, I did a lot of networking within the company, dude, and I paid my dues, and you know, just I kept getting management positions, kept getting promoted because of my management courses and my supervisory skills, interpersonal communications. And then I got promoted, man. But it took me a while, you know. But you can do it, man. You know what I mean? And then Big Money Brad said he's OG and a Silverback. Don't you understand? You soft, Mr. Little Poopy Pants motherfucker. Hey, come on, man. Let's keep the comments, man. You know, let's keep them respectful, man, because over here we trying to build each other up. At RT Recession 9406 said he didn't give any tactics on my video, the dirty fighting tactics you will need for surviving maximum security prison. But see, here's the whole thing, man. You guys got to learn to read between the lines, man. Got to learn to read between the lines. Hey, man, when I put a title to a video, man, all of it's gold, man. You know what I mean? And the gold is you're sitting here listening to an OG that's made mistakes, and I'm trying to help you guys not make the same mistakes, man. So you got to read in between the lines, take the gems, man. And if you don't understand the video, replay it several times and Google stuff that I've said so you understand what I'm trying to lay down to you. I'm always giving you gems. I'm always giving you tactics. You have to be open-minded enough, man, and willing to learn, to sit down at the feet of the master, shut the fuck up and learn what I'm here to teach you. John Henderson 7094 says, thanks, OG. He gave me the 100s, man. And I'm saying thanks. I appreciate you, man. Thanks. I appreciate you. I'll put it like that. And then this dude here, man, at DMIC 7756, he says, Uncle OG, and I'm saying, what's up, nephew? Like that. I say, what's up, nephew? Because all you guys is my nephew. I'm not your father, man, you know? But I try to be the nephew you never had, or the bigger, if you're around my same age, I try to be the older brother you never had, or the good friend you never had, man, or just a, you know, somebody, a good mentor. And then Uncle OG, and I say, what's up, nephew? You know what I mean? Because I got love for all you guys, man, no matter what's your nationality, you know what I'm saying, your background, your sexual orientation. I don't judge nobody, man. I'm just trying to get through this thing called life, and I'm trying to help you not to fuck yours off in maximum security prison. Rodrigo Vez 765756 facts. I said, thanks, man. You know what I mean? So I'm going to answer two more, and then you guys get what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to show you I appreciate you, man, but it's like, you know, I got a lot going on, man. It's just, dude, life is savage, man. You gotta step up to the plate. John Henderson 7904, thanks, OG. He always give me the hundreds. I'm gonna say thanks for the love, man. So I'm gonna just say thanks for the love right here. And this is my last one, guys. But you see what I'm trying to do? You know what I mean? If you like what I'm doing, put in the comments like, hey, OG, we like you answering our our comments on your videos, man. So Astra 686, can you do a highly detailed video about your time in the county jail when they told you to pay rent, to use your phone and sleep on a bunk, and you broke off the gang leader? So I'm gonna put it to you like this, Astra 686. I already made several videos about that, man, on my channel that got deleted, man, on my old channel. And so what happened is, like, I'm gonna tell a lot of you guys, I got to go back through my my archives because I did have the forethought to save all of my videos from my prior channels. This would be the third channel they shut down. I do save all my videos. I'm going to re-upload them. So what I'll do, man, my these current videos, man, will be far and in between, but it's still some knowledge from the past, because even if you've seen my older videos and you've been following me for at least 3 or 6 months, you know I got some heavy stuff I'm laying down because I care about you. I don't care about you. I don't want nobody to fuck theirs off like I fucked mine off. I fucked mine off, and I'm still fucked off, but you know, through counseling and Almighty God or Allah or Yahweh or the Illuminati or the Anakim, man, or whatever you want to call it, the Nephilim. Hey, man, I'm still on the progress, you know, to be a better version of myself. I'm still on a trajectory to be a better man. I'm still on the path to vibrate on a higher level. So that way, dude, I pass on to you guys, man, when I'm learning as I go, because I'm a lifelong student. So let's get to this number 4 one right here.
The final person you have to forgive is yourself. Stop carrying these past mistakes around with you. That was then, and this is now. Just repeat, I forgive myself completely, and then get on with your life.
Hey guys, man, that was the best gem of all, man. Forgive yourself, because, dude, in maximum security prison, you must forgive these people so horny men don't put your butt in the air like a steeple and go deep up in your butt peephole. Hey, man, forgive yourself, dude. And part of forgiveness is to treat yourself, man, like you're your best cheerleader, man. And always have love for yourself, because self-love, man, a lot of people don't have self-love, self-respect, bro. They don't have, you know what I'm saying? They just don't love themselves, man. So love yourself, forgive yourself. And, man, like I said, thumbs up the channel, man. Subscribe, hit the notification all. Go over to the Warriors Den. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification all bell. And then just put in the comments on the videos, even if they're, oh, hey, OG, I'm over here from the original channel. Support you, because YouTube, I give them another couple weeks, they're going to shut this down, man. So until next time, OG Savage Prison Tales out.